Hello, my fellow Nigerians both home and abroad. Happy holidays. Christmas is 2 days from now. And the question is, how many home in our country is prepared for Christmas? Christmas has always been one of the best seasons in the year that everybody wants to celebrate. Not just because God kept us from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, but because there's always things to celebrate in our country. But in 2023, the question is, do we have things that we are celebrating at the end of the year? In the beginning of the year, when the year started, there was a hope in our country that we're going to have an election and we're going to select a leader that will take us from hardship to a better nation. We're hoping that we'll have a nation where things will go from worse to the better. But here we are at the end of the year. What kind of country do we have today? At the middle of the year, we had an election and somebody won the election. A man that promised a renewed hope. Little did we know that that renewed hope will later turn to renewed hardship, renewed poverty in our country, renewed economic downtown in a situation where our country is now going on a cough and diving to destruction. The country and the year, the election, everything finished, and the government started with fuel subsidy removal with no plan in place. Up till now, Nigerians are still suffering the removal of that subsidy without nothing in place to make Nigerian people life better. After that, we had a government that went into lavishing money. Billions of dollars were loaned from abroad. And up to now, Nigerians cannot even see what this money were used for. The lawmakers went on a lavish rampage of a 160 million naira cash for every one of them in a country where we could have patronized the Chukwus and create jobs within the nation. We run a country where there is turmoil everywhere from the north to the south. Political coup in Kaduna in trying to remove the elected governor of the state. Political coup going on in Rivers State trying to remove the governor that was elected by the people just because he wasn't dancing to the tune of the Godfather. 5 billion given to every state of Nigeria, and up to now, no state governor has been able to account for how they're spending the 5 billion, while the people are lavishing in abject poverty. Many state governors report have been wasting of resources and spending money lavishly, spending 2 billion in a month in a country where the people cannot afford 2 naira or $2 to survive in a day. The likes of Governor Adeleke and the rest of them lavishing and wasting our country's money, resources, even to travel abroad for medical for medicals when members of the nation can't even afford a good hospital to go to in our country. What about Ondo State governor that is so sick? A governor of Ondo State that is so sick and refused to hand over power to his deputy and making the people of the state suffer dividends of democracy. And we're not also to forget the killing of innocent people in Kaduna, all in the name of the military getting it wrong, bad intelligence. What about over 1,000 people that we took to Dubai for a program that 10 to 50 people could have just attended for our country? It's a government that is wasted, a government that is spending money and don't care about the people. What about a government that spent 5 billion on Yash? And a standing president that spent more than 5 billion on birthday in a country, in a city, in a state where its people don't even have 2 square meals a day. So much happened in this country, in our country, Nigeria, in 2023. And we begin to wonder, what we had, was it a renewed hope or a renewed hardship, a renewed suffering, a renewed poverty, a renewed insecurity in our country? The year is coming to an end. But one thing, though, that we're going to be grateful for is the gift of life, that we're still alive. So many people died. So many people committed suicide. So many people died of hunger that was never reported in the news. And so many crises around the world, in Gaza, in Israel, in Ukraine, in Russia, in the Niger Republic, and so many other nations around the earth. But we're still here. We're still hanging in there. Nigerians are the most resilient people on earth. Nigerians are the most dogged people on earth. Nigerians are the most hardworking people on earth. Only if they can have a good leader. It's a nation where we have everything, but we lack everything just because of one leadership at the top. And that was why I came into the play in 2022 and put up a slogan to rescue our nation. Our nation still needs rescue, and I know someday we're going to rescue it. But the only thing we can hang on as the year ends is the faith we have in God. Whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Christian, or whether you are a traditionalist, the faith in the God you serve. That's the only thing we have left in our country. Not the faith in the leadership of our country, not a faith in the politician, not the faith in the president or the governor of Nigeria, but the faith in God. And that is why we're where we are today. And that faith is what we're going to hang on to go into the Christmas, into the new year, into the 2024, and hoping that God will touch our leaders to do the right thing by the Nigerian people, to give dividends of democracy, to put people into their shoes as they put up policies and lavish our money. That whatever they do, they also consider that the people are suffering, and this suffering mustn't continue. Prices of things have gone double, triple in our nation, and yet politicians waste money all around and don't give a damn. I will say Merry Christmas to all Nigerians. Let us celebrate and let us thank God for where we are. There's always a time. Remember that this hardship will come to an end someday. For every dark night, there's always a morning. Our morning may be long, but our morning is going to come. For every dark tunnel, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. This tunnel will not last for too long. And at the end of the day, there will be a light in the end of our tunnel. There will be a hope in our hopelessness. There will be a hope in our hopelessness. And someday, Nigeria will be a country that will be great again, and the world will be proud of it. Merry Christmas to every Nigerian, both home and abroad, and a Happy New Year from me and my team at Rescue Movement for New Nigeria. My name remains Faduri Oluwadare Joseph, aka Father Joe, the former president aspirant on the Labour Party and the leader, Rescue Movement for New Nigeria. Merry Christmas to you and Merry Christmas to me. Bye-bye.